So we really need to be targeting these types of keywords: car service and limo service. These are the two highest volume keywords in the industry. And based on all, the 70 or so accounts I run, limo service typically gets about 4 times the amount of search volume as car service. But here's the most important thing. When targeting corporate clients, the keyword limo service can be pretty dangerous because, as you guys know, limo means so many different things. Limo could mean someone looking for a black car service. It could mean someone looking for a stretch limo. There's just so many different things it can mean. So just using the keyword limo service to attract corporate clients, I found, does not work. You do not want to use limo as a keyword unless it is combined with an airport name, an airport location, or airport code. And so it kind of depends, and every airport is different. Let me show you what I mean by that. So these are all really good keywords for attracting corporate clients. And this is something I would take a screenshot of, guys. So when you're in your campaign, these are the keywords you want. Now, there was a slight typo I noticed right before I started this presentation. It actually, I don't use airport limo service. Do you see how the pluses are in front of each of those keywords? I actually just use airport limo, because here's how you have to think about it. If someone searches airport and their search phrase has airport and limo anywhere in the search phrase, it can only mean they're looking for some sort of high-end car service. Now, you'll notice airport car service, you don't want to just do airport car, because what do people do many times when they go to the airport or fly somewhere? What are they doing? They're renting a car, right? So we don't want to actually use, we don't want to leave out service from airport car service. But for airport limo service, we can nix the service and just use airport limo. And why would we do that? Well, you have to remember, guys, the longer the keyword is, the less people search it. So we want to use the smallest, typically the smallest possible keyword to elicit the greatest number of searches. And so very important to remember that. This is pretty much the crux of this whole thing. And that's, is it possible to only target corporate travelers? And yes, it is. Like I said, you can use corporate car service and corporate limo service, but remember, there's no search volume. So the only downside to all of this is, while we can target corporate travelers, we are just targeting people going to and from the airport. And so will some of those be corporate travelers? Yes, of course. Many times, corporate travelers, they can't use Uber or Lyft because of insurance reasons. And so they actually need to find, someone who's insured, right? So that's something to keep in mind. Not every one of the leads you get when you use keywords like airport limo or airport car service, not every one of those leads is going to be a potential corporate client. But unfortunately, there is just no way to get a high volume of people searching for corporate car service or corporate limo service, because they just don't identify themselves in the search. And this goes for weddings too, guys. I get all the time people asking me, hey, I just want to get wedding leads, people that are looking for transportation for their wedding. And the same exact thing goes for that. The search volume for wedding limo service, wedding transportation, wedding car service are all pretty low. And so you kind of, if you want a decent volume of leads, you really have to just target the keyword limo service if you do something like weddings, and then know that many of the inquiries you get won't be for weddings. And so there's really no way around it. It's very similar with the weddings and the when targeting corporate clients, right? They don't reveal who they are in their search. Now, if they did, that would be great, right? I would love that. That would make my job a lot easier. But that's why we use this strategy when we're going for corporate clients, guys. We target airports because the vast majority, or I shouldn't say the vast majority, but a very good amount of people that are searching for airport car service, airport limo service, things like that, they are business travelers.